What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2, Bouncehouse Army. We're back. Charge on, baby. Let's get it. All right, guys. So on today's episode, we're going to go over a couple things. One, just a quick announcement. The UCF and the Georgia Tech game, that's week 3, has been moved from Saturday to Friday. It gives us a good chance to highlight our boys on prime time, what normally maybe would have been a noon kickoff. The only thing I do not love is Friday night games, simply because that's usually high school football's time to shine. So I'm not a fan of taking away their shine. I know a lot of schools like to host recruits for big games, like UCF coming into town, which would have been on a Saturday. Limits the amount of high school prospects that could attend Georgia Tech. Regardless, should be an easy dub that weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, don't matter when we playing you boys. We whooping you. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is how did our guys do at the NFL Combine last week. We had 2 participants. One was Gabe Davis. The other one was Neville Clark. A notable omission was Adrian Killens, who absolutely beast moded at the East and West Shrine Bowl. He did not get an invite to the Senior Bowl. That was his shot. Kind of weird, primarily lined up as a slot receiver that game, had over 90 receiving yards. Kind of fun the way they used him, kind of random. Would have been pretty cool if UCF would have used him like that at some point. They basically use him how we used Otis, and I think that's how he's going to transition. You look at his body type, 5'6", 170 pounds. If we can reach and give him a comp of like a Tariq Cohen from the Chicago Bears, maybe a Tyreek Hill, similar skill sets. If he's used properly in an offense, then that's kind of what we could gauge him in. So without getting that invite, he's basically looking at either maybe a late round selection, hopefully, if it goes well at the UCF Pro Day. If not, maybe a non-roster invitee. All right, so we're going to get to now Gabe Davis. So before we start, so I'm going to read you guys the rankings off NFL.com. NFL.com does something pretty cool. They give you the legit prospect rankings, how they're viewed by scouts. Just a quick breakdown. 8.0 means you're the perfect prospect. 7.3 to 7.5 means you have the potential to be a perennial All-Pro. 7.0 to 7.1 is a Pro Bowl talent. 6.7 to 6.8, year 1 quality starter. And it goes down, down, down until we get to a 5.0 to a 5.1. Chance to be in an NFL training camp. No grade. Likely needs time in the development league, something like the XFL. Okay? So, Gabe Davis. So, Gabe Davis is in the deepest position that you could be in the draft right now, which is wide receiver. There's about 14 quality, top-notch wide receivers right now. You got Jerry Jeudy, who's a consensus number 1, being mocked in pretty much all the mock drafts, top 10 pick. After that, you got CeeDee Lamb out of Oklahoma, who's widely considered number 2. From there, the list goes wild. Now, when you look at Gabe Davis's numbers at the combine, they're overall solid. 40-yard dash of 4.5, bench press 14 reps, vertical jump 35, broad jump 124 inches, 3-cone drill 7.08 seconds, 20-yard shuttle 4.59 seconds. Nothing jumps out at you. Overall solid numbers. The only thing you could argue, I guess you would have loved to see him run that 4.4. Gabe is not necessarily known for his speed. He's a big dude. He's a body receiver. He's a nice route runner. He's going to put you in position to score. Deep ball, go get it. Overall, NFL.com has his prospect rating at a 6.25. So if we go back to the rating that we had talked about, a 6.25 puts him anywhere between a good backup who will become a starter to will be starter with the first 2 seasons. So that's a similar prospect grade to what Traquan got a couple years ago. and you see he's been starting some games for the New Orleans Saints. Gabe Davis was earlier in the offseason being mocked in a lot of second rounds, even fringe first rounds. Right now, he's popping up anywhere between second to fourth round. Matt Miller has him ranked in Bleacher Report's top 100 in the mid-80s, which is a considerable drop because about a month ago, he was ranked 35th best prospect. So to go to the mid-80s is a big drop. If you're Gabe Davis, you're looking for a shot, man. Like Traquan, you're going to make the best of your opportunities. He made the right choice. There's no reason for him to come back. For what? The dude's proved it all. 2 New Year's Six Bowls in his first 3 years at UCF. Arguably the best receiving season of all time at UCF. You did it all, my guy. Go get paid. The next guy we're going to talk about is Neville Clark. Neville Clark, solid, probably a lockdown corner. One of the most reliable corners we've had since Mike Hughes in the last couple of years. He was a solid guy. You look at his numbers. Again, nothing overall super flashy. First of all, I was pretty surprised he even got the invite to the Combine, to be completely honest. The 2 guys I thought would get the invite were Gabe Davis and Adrian Killens. Neville Clark was another guy who played in the East Bowl, in the East versus West Shrine game, and he had a pretty solid showing. 40-yard dash, he did not run. Bench press, 10 reps. Vertical jump, 35 inches. Broad jump, 126 inches. 3-cone drill, 6.88. 20-yard shuttle, 4.31. Again, nothing that wows you. But, you know, he got a shot. He got to perform. That's the most you could ask for. His prospect grade right now at NFL.com is a 5.47, which we go back to the breakdown that we saw. 5.47. So a 5.4 means you're a priority free agent. So you're looking at not being drafted. As soon as the draft ends, you're one of the first guys that gets a phone call. 5.5 to 5.6 means you got the chance to make a back-end roster or practice squad. So basically the projection they're giving is a 6th, 7th round pick. Matt Miller did not have him ranked inside his top 20 corners whatsoever. But you know what? We've seen this before. We've seen this movie before, especially with a UCF cornerback. A lot of us can remember A.J. Boye was not drafted. He came out, balled out with the Houston Texans, ended up signing that $60+ million deal with the Jags. 2017 first team All-American, Pro Bowler. Now he's been traded to Denver Broncos. The dude is a stud. Neville, go get your shot. And that's all you can ask for, man. One thing we're going to finish here with. Sources tell us our local scout kind of killed him because he's not fast, but I can see some things I can correct. So I'm hoping we bring him somehow. And that is from a random defensive back coach from an NFC team. Overall, both of our boys did good, man. They, listen, as they like to call them, the Underwear Olympics. They did their thing. They showed out. All you can ask for is a shot. This goes for all our seniors, Gabe Davis, anybody who's draft eligible. Find a way, crawl your way into a roster. The rest, who knows what's going to happen, boys. But as long as you got an opportunity, we're going to make the best of it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button. Like this video, leave a comment. Charge on, guys. Until next time.